So race one, Sevi, your boat, your brand new boat, unbeaten so far. Looked pretty tidy.
Yeah, no, it felt good. It took us a while to get going off the start there. We sort of got a bit chicken winged up at the top of the beat, but speed and everything, crew work was really good and got along well. It was good.
So look, first impression, does this boat feel any different? Clearly there's not a lot wrong with the speed, but what's the feel like?
Actually didn't like it's the same rig obviously as last year, and we got a new head sail, but it feels actually quite similar to the last year's boat. We were talking about it before, but obviously it's a little bit stiffer. But yeah, no, it's very similar to last year's boat. It feels fast. Last year's boat was fast. It feels good.
Now, you've made a few changes this year. Obviously the new hull is the obvious one, but the crew change too. If you could have either a new hull or Sam Newton back in your crew, which would you choose?
Oh no, Pete was unbelievable as well last year. They're both awesome bowmen. Sam's unbelievable, so he's just come back from the Cup. But I've sailed with Sam for my whole life, pretty much since I was 13. So we've got a pretty good combo together with it. We get along very well, and yeah, it's good. I love sailing with Sam.
You don't think 2 years of Cup sailing slowed him down?
Oh, no, he's come back. Oh, he thinks these things are slow now, but no, he's good.
So look, the rest of the season going forwards, I mean today, dominant victory, no question. You were just getting better and better after, as you said, slightly sticky first beat, then you found your mojo, you got going. You were clearly faster on every leg, particularly upwind. That's what it looked like to us. What did you think?
Yeah, I don't know. Like we thought off the start, we thought the rag was going very good off the start line, and we sort of thought we had a pretty good beat up from the zoo up to the thing. We got a few good shifts there and got away, but I don't know. I didn't know our speed was obviously very good, but otherwise there was still other boats. The rag was going very well, and Coco was going very well, and they were around us. And I don't know, we got a few little breaks, I think, and got away. We got through that ferry and got a little jump, which helped us a lot as well.
And another new face at the front, David Witt, Sydney City Marine. I'm not sure everyone was expecting him to be that competitive that soon. What about you?
Oh, obviously he's a very good sailor. He's been around for a long time. We knew he was going to be good, and I'm sure he's got a lot of improvement to go. It's his first few weeks back, so he'll be good by the end of the JJs, I think.
Well, early days, Sevi, but congratulations. Great race today. Nice job. See you out there next weekend.
Cheers. Thanks. Thank you.
Oh, hello, Jack. Hello, that's Rag and Famish. Early days, early boat handling. They were low and slow with nowhere to go particularly, and didn't turn the boat, and there you go. So they're making the smart rounding, and as somebody nips inside, look at Smeg. What a good call. Smeg have decided there's a huge gap. They haven't got water, they haven't any rights to go through there, but they had the opportunity. Oh, that's an interesting one for the protest, if there is one. So there is a gap inside Cooper's, which Smeg spotted. As we said, they didn't have the rights to go there, but if City Marine couldn't get to them, which I don't think they quite could, then why not? Early days, too early the series for protest. I think both will agree with that.
Here's the approach, this is what we're talking about. Coco coming in on a big path and just laying it, but he's had to do the double jibe. Smeg's also done the double jibe, but I think he might be through here on David Witt, Mark.
It's going to be close here. David Witt's on starboard, and he's a much lower level. I don't think Smeg are going to better jibe and get across him. I'm pretty sure they're not, but it's a boat handling test for all three boats. This is not an easy manoeuvre to do, and Coco's guys are going to get away with this, but it's a bit ugly. And here's a big test for David Witt. That looks like a slightly early jibe, but he might get away. He's got to sail deeper than he wants here. That's the problem with the early jibe. Got to get that kite down. Smeg's coming in fast from the left. Kite's already out the way. David Witt wants to get the bow up, but he can't. He's got to wait. He so wants to get the bow up, but he still can't. That's ugly, but I'm afraid this time of the year that's a tough manoeuvre at the best of times, but early this season, never going to be straightforward.
There they go, Mark. What do you reckon about this little performance?
Yeah, it's a little ominous for the rest of the fleet, isn't it? They, for the first beat, they sort of stayed in amongst the top 3 or 4. And down the first run they looked a bit average like everyone else, and then all of a sudden they looked distinctly anything but average. Look at them go now. This is going to be a team who are saying anyone who wants to beat us this year, well, you're going to have to sail well. They're not going to give this title back easily, are they?
No, not at all, and we're doing 26 knots right here in the Fearless Camera Cat, and these blokes are handling this thing like a finely tuned race machine. Sammy Newton hasn't lost anything on that shoot. He's just really clever on the E's.